In order to solve our problems, we need to know what type of problem do we have. Do we have normal problems, abnormal problems, or pathological problems? It's very important to know these, but how do we know that in our business? In order to know what type of problems you have, you need to know where you are in your business and where your business is in the industry, right? Where is the industry? And what is normal for businesses or industries in those stages? So what are the stages we have? The first stage that a business has is at a newborn, when you have an idea and you say, I want to start my business. The moment you take a risk and you start your business, that moment is birth. This is the moment that you probably still have your own job if you've been working, so you still have your job. You just decided to start something on the side and took an action on it. So this is your birth. In the birth stage, it's only you. You're only managing yourself. The next stage happens when you hire your first person. That moment you go from birth to infancy. And it means that the business needs more attention, more of your time, more of your resources, right? It's a race for survival. You need to help the business to survive. This is your infancy. In this stage, probably what you focus on is just cash flow, creating your resources or products, and it's just you have to feed it constantly. It needs money because it's not there to generate income for you yet. Or it might generate, but the cash flow is the issue here. So here, having cash flow issue is a normal problem. It is what it is. It has to happen. This is the stage of life of your business. And the next stage is when you go from infancy to toddler. This is when you start hiring other people, hiring more people. So this is when you start walking, you create more troubles because, as a toddler, now they can reach everything, all the sharp points, things, they do a lot of things. So this is when you hire more people. It's scarier and you need to pay more attention to your toddler. Here, your business walks and talks. Your business has cells. Probably profitability is not there yet, and profitability is not an issue here. It's not the center of attention. Having cells is the center of attention. And it's basically managing crisis as they occur. Like if something happens here, you need to pay attention to this one. Then something happens on this side, you need to pay attention to it. So management by crisis. And it's very important to know that here is when you start creating teams, managers, put the managers in place and try to build as much as you can. And while you're selling, you have sales, so that's good, but you may not be profitable yet. And it's important to know that cash flow is still probably a problem here. If it is a problem, it's still normal. So, and then so the whole business focuses on you or relies on you for all major decisions. Next stage is going from toddler to teenager. Oh, this is the scariest part because the worst thing that can happen to a teenager is that when they're driving, they start driving. When they're driving fast. The worst thing that can happen for them is not get into any troubles or any accidents. Why? Because they're not going to be scared. They're going to be like, yes, I can do this, And this is an issue. It's actually better to face some troubles, some problems here at this stage, because then you learn from them and you won't get into trouble or bigger troubles in the future. At this stage in your teenager, cash flow is no longer an issue. You have sales and your focus is on profitability, and you have your managers in place, and you might hire actually even third party to manage some area of the business. You're always go, and a lot of managers don't attend the meetings and they're just going because everything is kind of working and everything looks great. So problem can happen because it's kind of a mess. It's very fast paced and you have sales, cash flow, no issue in the cash flow. Everything looks good. So you're going with speed and you know that something is going to happen. So here is knowing that you need to pay attention to your managers, to your meetings, and I'll tell you what will happen after this is that you get to young adults. You go from a teenager to young adults. Here, when you get to young adult, you begin to anticipate the future. You begin to recognize the patterns and probably start utilizing them. But you definitely start recognizing the patterns, the trends in the market. Here, you start limiting your focus. So instead of doing so many things, for example, they say, do you do this? You do it. You say yes to everything. Yes, 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 yes in the teenage year. But then when you become young adult, you say more no's and you say limited number of yeses. So you say yes to very specific, let's say services or items or products. Okay, so you focus more. And here you focus on creating a system. Here is when you feel reborn. You feel that you're born again and you create an identity for yourself. You set that identity and you know this is me, this is what I'm about, this is what this business is about, and this is what we're going to focus on. You're going to easily say no to a lot of things that used to be opportunities and used to say yes to before. Here, our focus is on increasing the profitability. If you're selling, how much money are we making? What's the profit here? What's the gain? So here, your sales are gonna go down, right? Because you're saying more no. So the number of sales, your sales, the amount of sale is gonna go down, but your profitability is not. Your profitability is higher. This is the area that normally people hire CEOs, CFOs, COOs, and management team, so executives for their business. So this is when you sell less, but you make more, right? And the next step is your prime. When you go from young adult to prime is when you actually sell more and also have more profit in those sales. So this is the best part. This is the best part. So you're going to make more money, you're going to have more sales, and you're going to have more profit. And this stage in the prime, you don't have to be there for your business to grow. You have created a system, sales are growing, profits are growing, everything is in place, and they don't need you for the growth of the business. You have created a system, management team knows what they want, what they need to do, what they don't need to do. Everything is in place and you're just reaping the rewards. This is the best place to be at. But if you don't pay attention, you're gonna go from prime to midlife. And that's when things start to fall off and break down and problems might happen. There are things that can happen that are not, you see the difference between your prime and when the midlife happens. This is the place that you have to bring that innovation back in. You need to be able to recognize what part of the business is aging and work on that and bring it back to life before it gets too late. Here is where you need to hire people. You need to bring new voices, new things, new ways of adding values. You need to bring the innovation to your business in order to go back to prime again. This place is where you are going down in sales, but the profitability is still there. Why? Because you have created a system. So you see the profits going down with a lag. So here you're not going to see the profits going down. The sales are going down. You're still making profit. If you don't pay attention to the signs, if you don't hire the right people, new voices, new innovations, new way of adding value, you're gonna go from midlife to aging. If you like this video, know that we dive deeper into details of everything, and we talk about all the different ways of making more money at Cafe Society. Specifically this month, we talked about different ways of diversifying and making more money. If this is something that is interesting to you and you want to join, feel free to send us a message, reach out to us either here, give us your contact info, or email us, or message us on Instagram. Any way that you can find us, you can message us. And we will include our information in the description of this video as well, so that you can reach us easily, and we can give you more info on Cafe Society, and we would love, love, love to have you. I cannot wait to see you live and in Cafe Society. See you next time. Bye.